What's up, guys? So today we're going to learn this beautiful herringbone stitch in English method. One thing to note with this stitch is whatever yarn you're using, you need to use needles at least 2 sizes larger because it's a very tight knit stitch. I also have a video for the Russian speed knitting, the way I knit that way. I like that method better, but you can knit however you want to. So we have a project coming up where we're going to be using this stitch. So I wanted to get you guys ready for that. Alright guys, so now we will do the English method. We're still going to cast on the same way with the stretchy cast on here. Maybe, if I can get my needles to work right. Okay, you'll want to put more than 5 stitches on to practice, but I'm just going to put on right now to show you. So basically, when we do English style, I'm going to, sorry, I'm not used to knitting that way now. Okay, we're going to insert our needle and knit through the back loop. So when we normally knit, we go this way and knit, okay? And what we're going to do for the herringbone stitch is go through the back loop, which means we actually go through, let me turn it over. So in the back here, we actually go up through that way, okay? So that's the back view. And we're gonna do 2 stitches at one time. So on the front, it looks like that, okay? And then we take our yarn, go around. Now this needs to be a very loose knit because it's a very, you need to try and knit loosely because it's a very tight pattern. Okay, so we'll pull it through. And what I like to do at this point is actually loosen it up a little bit, okay? Because if we don't, it's going to be very tight. And then we just knock 1 stitch off, okay? So we go through the back for our next stitch, around, pull that stitch, loosen it up just a little bit, and then knock your stitch off. Just 1 stitch. So we go through the back. And for the herringbone stitch, we need to make sure we have something loose. We need to make sure we have needles that are larger than what the gauge calls for. Okay. Okay. And we just knock 1 stitch off. Okay. And for those 2. Uh-oh. We knock 1 stitch off and then we will slip the last stitch. Or we can knit it, it's up to you. Okay, now for the back, we purl as normal. There's nothing special with our purling. So we just go through, we got 2 stitches here. Go through the front there. Take your stitch, pull it in, just like that, and we knock 1 stitch off. Okay, so you go through 2 of them. Okay, oops. I'm much better at this with the continental Russian style that I use now. So go like that. Okay, knock 1 stitch off. Okay, and we go through 2, purling, knock 1 stitch off. And we're on our last 2. Knock our stitch off and then slip it. Let's look at it on something smaller. Okay. Let's see, we are on, yes, we're on the knit side, so we actually go through the back loops here. 2 of them. Okay, so we go through 2 back loops here because we're on the knit side. Bring our yarn around. Pull it through. We're going to knock a stitch off. Okay. Go through the 2 back loops here. Bring our yarn around. Knock a stitch off. Go through our 2 back loops. Bring our yarn around. Knock our stitch off. Okay. Okay, now we go to our purl side. Oops, sorry, I'm knitting the wrong way. Okay, now we go to our purl side. And remember, we bring our yarn to the front when we purl. Go through just like we would normally purl. Okay. And we pull our yarn around. Knock 1 stitch off. Okay. Back to the front here. Bring our yarn around. Knock 1 stitch off. Okay. And knock our stitch off. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sharing is caring, so make sure and share my full length tutorials in groups or with friends that you think they would benefit them. Also, if you haven't subscribed and you find my channel helpful, you can do so now. And I will see you guys next time.